Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a bunch of new products from Essence. I'm just going to share with you guys a little haul that I did and some reviews on these products. So if you want to see what I think, just keep watching. Okay, so if you watched my recent huge drugstore haul, I did mention that I found a few new Essence things at Target. Essence is recently released all their products at Target as well as like Fred Meyer and Ulta. So I picked up a few things, but then I went back later this week to see if the display was full of new products, and it was, and so I bought a bunch of stuff. So let's just go ahead and start off with face products. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is this foundation. This is the Pure Nude Makeup. It says Natural Finish, No Feel Makeup. And I got the shade 20 Pure Sand. And it says it has glycerin in it as well as vitamin E and that it's suitable for every skin type. It is what I'm wearing in this video. And I've worn it a few times this week. I've worn it with primers, without primers, with a setting spray, without a setting spray. And I really like this stuff. Let me see what I paid for it. I paid $4.99 for this. So that is a pretty good deal for drugstore foundation, because nowadays, I mean, drugstore foundations are anywhere from $8, $9 and up. So this is one of the more inexpensive ones for sure. And I will say that it does oxidize just a little bit, so I probably should have gotten the, I think it's like number 10. But I was going back and forth between the 10 and the 20, and I ended up just getting the 20. So like I said, it does oxidize a little bit, and if you don't know what that means, it means it gets a little bit darker throughout the day. So I would maybe go one shade lighter than what you normally do. And that's another thing, there's only like 3 shades available, at least at my Target store there was. I think there was like 10, 20, and 30. And to be totally honest with you, they didn't have, like, I was like holding all 3 of them next to each other when I was shopping, and I didn't see like that much of a difference between them. So that kind of sucks. I think if you have like really dark skin, you're not gonna be able to wear this. If you have medium skin, probably, but that's like as dark as it goes. But the finish on this is beautiful. It's very hydrating, but it doesn't make me look extremely oily. And it is pretty full coverage. Like I said, I have it on today, and it's that time of the month, so I have a few little breakouts going on. And it covers those pretty well, and it does come with a pump, which I love a good pump on a foundation because it just makes it so easy to get the right amount out. And the whole like no makeup feel claim, I mean, I feel like if you wore minimal makeup with this, you probably wouldn't notice you have like a foundation on, but me, like, I wear more makeup, you know, I like highlight and I have concealer and all that stuff, so I always feel like I have makeup on. But when I just have this on, it doesn't really feel like I have a really thick foundation on, but you can definitely tell you have something like on your skin, I feel like. So I don't know about that whole claim, but it definitely does last pretty well throughout the day. It doesn't break up a lot or anything, and yeah, I just really, really love this foundation. So I think if you can find a shade that you like, that matches you, definitely grab that. These next 2 things I was super excited about. These are the So Glow Cream to Powder Highlighters, and I have the 10 Look on the Bright Side and then 20 Bright Up Your Life. 10 is more of like a white champagne color, and then 20 is more pink. And I'm wearing 20 today right here. I don't know if you guys can even see that. I did blend it out a lot, but these are really, really good. The whole like cream to powder thing is really true. It's weird because it dries down a lot, which honestly is really ideal for oily skin. So here is 10, and then here is 20. You can see 20 just has a little bit more of like a pink sheen to it. So like I was saying, these are ideal for oily skin because they're cream products, so they go on really easily and they blend really well, but then they set to a powder, so they're not gonna like make your skin look even more oily and gross throughout the day. So these are really, really nice, and I only paid $3.49 for each of these, so wasn't bad at all. These next things I've also been like totally in love with. These are the Blush Up Powder Blushes, and these are their ombre blushes, and this one is Pink Flow, which I am wearing today on my cheeks. And if you do the light side, it looks like so. Here's the dark side, and then if you swirl them together, it looks like that. So you can kind of see, you can really get like 3 different blush colors if you focus on one side or just swirl them all together. I honestly just take my Real Techniques blush brush and just swirl them all together. That's what I did today. And then this next one is Heat Wave. And this one is more of like a orange to pink ombre. And so let's do the test. This is the orange side right here. This is them swirled together, and then this is the pink side. So you can kind of see you definitely get 3 different colors as well. I really like these. They are really smooth and they don't kick up a lot of powder at all. They blend really well and they do stay a while too. And these were only $3.99 a piece. So definitely a good deal. All of Essence stuff is really inexpensive, so I'm going to be saying like good deal on pretty much everything because it is so inexpensive. I would say their prices are very comparable to like Wet n Wild or e.l.f. Honestly, they're even like a little bit cheaper than e.l.f. So that's a plus. The next thing that I really like was this Pure Nude Concealer, and I got the shade 20 Pure Sand, so it matches my foundation. And this is just like a stick concealer, but it's actually pretty creamy for what it is. Normally, you can't even really see it. Normally stick concealers are very dry, but this one is actually really creamy. And under the eyes, I don't really like it too much, but I do like it to cover my blemishes. The next thing I'm not that big of a fan of, and this is Say No to Dark Circles. I recently touched on this in, I want to say it was that huge drugstore haul I did, and I tried this out a little bit, and I don't know, I struggle because it is that peachy tone concealer, so it really should correct, but I think it's too bright of a shade for my skin tone, and when you are covering dark circles, you want a peachy tone concealer, but you want it to be a little bit darker because you're trying to cover a darker area. You know what I'm saying? And so if you just want to brighten, then yeah, definitely just use like a bright color. But if you use a bright peach, it's basically just going to like make those circles look brighter and not necessarily like correct them. So that is the issue that I have with this. And it's not very creamy. It does get a little dry under the eyes, which I'm just not that big of a fan of. But this was only, I want to say like $3.49, $2.99. I bought this on a separate trip, so I don't have it on this receipt. But yeah, it wasn't, I mean, that expensive at all because Essence just isn't expensive. So, but I would just pass on that. This next thing, I wanted to like this, but I just didn't. This is the All About Matte Fixing Powder, and this is just like a white translucent powder. This stuff is so dry. Oh my gosh. It just makes my skin dry. Like, I just don't like it. And I understand a powder is supposed to be drier because duh, it's a powder. But this is so dry. Like, I set my under eyes with this and it was like I couldn't move my face, you know? Like when you set something and it's too dry right there, you're like, you feel like you can't move. It's just so weird. And so I just don't really like this at all. This was, how much was this? This was $3.99. So yeah, just no. I like the e.l.f. loose powder, the like loose HD powder, as well as the new Maybelline one that's out. I wasn't a fan of the e.l.f. pressed version though, and I'm just not a fan of this one either. Okay, so the next couple things are like bronzing, contouring things. This next thing I did show in that huge drugstore haul, and this is the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I have the shade Natural 01. This is for lighter skin, and they do have like a medium skin one as well. It smells like coconut. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like summer. And it's very, very creamy, really smooth, and it blends really well. And I personally just really like that tone of bronzer because it's not too warm and it's not too cool. And so I really just like it to bronze. And you get a whole honkin' lot of product in here. Like, that's like as big as my palm. That is like a huge bronzer. So it'll definitely take you a while to go through that, and it was only like $3.49, I think. These next two things are their contouring powders, little palettes or whatever. This one is the 01 Light, and then this one is 02 Medium. So like I said, they don't really have anything darker than medium, so if you have dark skin, you probably can't use Essence face products. The blushes I think would be good, and maybe even the highlighters, but otherwise you can't really like use anything from like their face line, so that does kind of suck. But these powders, like I said, this one is 01 Light, this is 02 Medium. They don't have anything darker than medium, and in them you get a contour powder as well as a highlighter. The contour powders I really like. I actually used this one today to bronze, and then I used this one to actually like contour and carve out the cheekbones. So with the light one, you get a similar, actually, it's a very similar shade to that bronzer that I just showed. And then you get a highlighter. I will say the highlights in here suck. They are so dry, you can't like pick up any product really. This is the bronzer obviously, and that's the highlighter in the 01 Light. So they're pretty, but like the highlighters, you just can't get hardly any product, which sucks. They're just very dry. So I honestly wish that like it was just the contouring shade. It wasn't the like highlighter at all. And then here is the medium one swatched out. So again, you really can't see that highlighter very much at all. But this one, I like this contouring powder though, because it's just a little bit darker. You know, it's not too dark for my skin tone, which I really like. So I think if you have light skin, you will definitely like these contouring powders because they're definitely not too dark or too orange or anything like that. So I really like these. And again, these were, how much were these? These were $3.99. So not too bad. Okay, moving on to new eye stuff that I found. So this isn't new. I've used this for years. This is the Essence liquid eyeliner. I love this liquid eyeliner so much. I think it's only like $2.99 and I seriously just love it. It's the best. And I get the waterproof version, obviously. So the next thing I want to touch on is this Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I know Emily Noel has raved about this mascara for years, and I just never purchased it because they never had a waterproof version. But they recently came out with one, so I wanted to try it. The brush is huge. So if you have like smaller eyes, I don't know if you would like this because it could get really messy really quickly. But overall, I really like it. I don't notice any flakiness, any smudging. The formula is pretty dry, which I tend to like drier formula mascaras. But if you like a really wet mascara, you will not like this, so I would definitely not grab this one. This was only $4.99, so that's pretty good for a mascara. Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you guys can really like see anything, but yeah, I don't know. I think it does a pretty good job. It's a little bit similar to my L'Oreal Carbon Black, honestly. This is actually just a little bit more dry than that one. Okay, this next thing is their Make Me a Brow Eyebrow Mascara. So it's basically just like a tinted brow gel. And I love this because of how itty bitty the brush is. Like, it is so stinking tiny. But I really, really like this step. It is so, so good. I think if you're a person who just wants to not really use a pencil on your brows and you want a more natural look, but you still want them to be filled in a little bit, definitely grab yourself one of these. This is the best tinted brow, like, gel mascara, whatever you want to call it, that I have tried. I just love it so much. Yeah, this stuff is good. It keeps your brows in place and it adds a good amount of color without being too much, and that little brush just makes it so easy. And this was only, how much was this? $2.99. So definitely a really good deal. These next couple things I love. These are probably like the favorite things that I found. These are the gel eye pencils and they are waterproof. I have the black and the brown, and I wish so badly that they would come out with a nude one like for your waterline, because I would totally buy that in a second. These are so stinking amazing. They are $2.99 and I'm not kidding you guys, the longest wearing pencils that I have ever worn. Like, they set and they do not move. I'm wearing the brown one in my lower waterline today, and I also tight lined with it. And I always had an issue tight lining because I could never find a eyeliner that wouldn't like have it transfer down or have it smudge and make it really messy looking. And I finally found one that doesn't do that. It is so good. They do take like, I don't know, probably like 30 seconds to a minute to set. So if you want to like smudge them out, you can. But once they set, like, they do not move. Look. I'm flicking you guys off, sorry. But like, seriously, those don't smear. Like, it's amazing. They are so stinking good, and I just cannot believe these are only $2 or $3. Like, mind is blown. So good. Definitely new favorite, like, eye pencils. I wish they had more colors. This next thing is an eyeshadow palette in the 05 Vintage. It is just a little 8-pan palette, and this was, I want to say, $4.99, $5.99 maybe. And they do have like a bunch of different ones, but I just got Vintage because this one had some really fun colors, like the greens and the like lighter shades, and then like the burgundy shades. I am wearing this palette today. This is the only thing I have on my eyes. Well, I did like prime my eyes with the new like Maybelline Color Tattoo Stick in oh crap, what was it? I want to say it's like gray crystal or something. It was like that greenish gray pencil one. Anyways, and then I put this powder right on top of it, this green, and that is how I got the eyeshadow look today. And then I put just this in the crease, and then I mixed these two right here for my inner corner and brow bone highlight. So that's all I did, and yeah, I smudged these two on the lower lash line as well. So overall, this palette is really nice. It's pretty pigmented. Let me show you guys. Those are the two darkest shades in the palette. This is like that nice matte pink shade that you get. This is that like champagne color. So you can see they're pretty pigmented. They're very smooth. The only thing is this one is the only matte one in here. So if you like matte shadows, you might not like this too much. But I don't know if like the other palettes that they have out that are like this have more matte shades in them. So if you've tried those, definitely let me know if they do. But overall, I'm really pleased with this. I think the color payoff is really good. And I just think that they're like really smooth shadows, especially for the price. Moving on to lip products. Okay, here we go. So let me just grab them. That was a really cute face. Anyways, okay, so let me start off by just showing you guys these, which I've already shown you, but these are the Essence lip liners. These are $1.99, like $2. Oh, so crazy. And I actually already had two of them. I had Soft Berry, which is like my fave, and then I had Wish Me a Rose. So I just got the other ones that I didn't have, so yes, now I have all of them. This one is Red Blush, which is just a darker red color. Really pretty. Will look really pretty with like a berry lip. Love. This one is Femme Fatale. I don't know, it's just like a standard bright red color. This one is Cute Pink, which this one is just like a really good everyday pink shade. And then the one I'm wearing today, and I actually lined my lips with this and then filled my lips in, is Honeyberry, which is like everything. It is so stunning. Love it so much. And then the next one is In the Nude, and this is just a darker like brownish nude one. So I did pick up all of those, and like I said, they were only $1.99, and these are some of my favorite lip liners. They're so creamy, but they last a really long time. But they're not too creamy to where they like smear. It's like, they're just like the perfect consistency and the perfect price because they're only $1.99. Okay, so moving on to lipsticks. I did grab two of these. These are the, what are you? What are you? I don't know. Long Lasting lipstick. Okay, so I got Blush My Lips, which this is the one I'm wearing today, over that Honeyberry lip liner. So it's just a hot pink, reddish pink color, which I love. And then this next one I was wearing in my last video, that like NYX ombre blush review, and this is like one of my new favorite lipstick colors of life. This is Wereberries, and this is a more like purpley pink color. Oh, love that shade so much. It is so stinking pretty, and I love this formula. It gives off a lot of shine and a lot of moisture. Like when I put that lip liner on, obviously lip liners are a little bit more dry, and so I was like, my lips are dry, and then I put this on and I was just like, like, ah. It was so good, and they're so creamy, they're super pigmented, and like I said, they give off a good amount of shine, so I really love those. And these were only $2.99, so that's a freaking steal. And then these next things that I got were the Sheer and Shine lipsticks that look like this. I grabbed two of these as well. I got Candy Love, which is just a more like pinky color, and these are a little bit more sheer because these are like the Sheer and Shine lipsticks. So I think if you want like more like tinted lip balm feel, definitely go with these, but they do pack a punch with the shine as well. So the whole like sheer and shine thing is like the perfect description of these because they're sheer, so they give off just a little bit of color, but they pack a punch with the shine. And they're really creamy and easy and nice to wear. And then this one is I Feel Pretty, which is, oh, this is an awkward place to swatch, like right there. So it's more of just like a sheer berry color, but I love these. I just love how creamy they are. Like both of their lipsticks that I tried, I was just like, they're so creamy. I love those. Okay guys, so that is it for my like little Essence haul and reviews. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these products. If you've picked any of these up, please let me know how you are liking them or not liking them down below in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!